Fidgy.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Caleb.
And as you know, this is Young Fidge.
Fidgy, the Fidgy Spitter. I'm so excited, guys. I love Thanksgiving, no matter what some people may say. And I want to explain a shortened version of the origins.
Let me stop you right there, brother. Everybody at home, they know the story of Thanksgiving. They know about pilgrims.
They do?
And we know why they're actually here.
Why?
Because every year we get to unveil the new candy corn and shove it in your mouth. And that's what people are thankful for. I know.
People are so tired of this run-on.
They're not tired of it. You think that they're tired of it, and I know that you're angry because I've given you gravy flavor. I've given you, like sriracha cornbread. But this new flavor path is fantastic. It's got things like lemonade, shake it up. Ooh, do you feel shaken yet? It's got kettle corn. It's got all these. So here I want to tell you about some there. Just try some of them right there. They're delicious. I haven't washed my hands yet today, but yeah, there you go. I think you're going to appreciate some of these flavors.
It's not funny anymore, Josh.
All right, so as we go on this story, because Kel's going to keep telling you, let's just see how thankful he is every time I randomly give him some more of this delicious candy corn.
I better make this story pretty short, guys, but in 1620, a group of the pilgrims, they needed freedom, religious freedom from the Church of England. They had state churches back then, even in some countries today, where if you weren't part of that state church, you weren't part of anything. That was the only way you could worship God. And they knew there was corruption in the church. So they sailed all the way across the Atlantic to the New World. That sailing did not go very smoothly. Just
like that candy corn won't.
Many died on the trip. There was 100 that left, only 50 arrived. They arrived on November 11th in the middle of winter. And there was no shelter, no place for them to set up camp, to grow crops or food. And they had a very harsh winter. But God always provides supernaturally. He is the providence that they needed. Eventually, they met a local Indian named Squanto. This local Indian could speak English. Supernaturally, they discovered that this Indian, he was captured years ago. He was taken captive all the way to Spain, then purchased by some monks who set him free in England. He learned about Jesus. He became a believer in Messiah. He learned to speak English, traveled back, and he found that his village, his native tribe, they were all wiped out by the plague. So when the pilgrims came, they found this plot of land. It was already cleared, ready for them to grow crops. The Squanto taught them how to grow the indigenous local plants so that they could survive, and they reaped a bountiful harvest. And so they selected 3 days, as you know, for Thanksgiving to celebrate this feast, inviting the local Indians of the area and to worship God and thank Him for the very first Thanksgiving dinner without candy corn.
Well, the corn might not have been candied at the time, but maize was a part of the story. Now, guys, I know there's so many people who've gone out there and they've taken history and tried to massage it into a completely different viewpoint of this holiday. But here's what happened. God made a way. And God always makes a way. When you get a chance to read the detailed story of Squanto and how God came in all those years before in what seemed like ruin for his life, but set him up to be completely prepared to be able to save the lives of these pilgrims who came there, working with them, he always provides a way. No matter what the story seems or how history gets manipulated, during this season, we're asking you to take your perspective off of picking out the negatives, finding the one comment out of something that somebody said and showing how wrong that is, and being grateful for what we've been given. The Israelites made the mistake for 40 years of complaining and wandering in the same position because at that point they were turned over to what they were serving. Their anger, their complaints, their fear, their doubt. We don't want that for you. We want to take this season and put our focus on what we have been given, the blessings that He does have for us and where He's moving us forward in the future. And so here, everybody at Our Jewish Roots, at BBB, which we're both the same two people, we want you guys to have that message. We love you. We're thankful for you. And even though my brother's sliding that out of the way, I've actually solved the problem as why you may not like that.
Why?
Because this is just a basic, common candy corn, but they've actually solved a problem for intellects like you. That's right. Candy corn made by nerds. There you go, brother. You just needed a little high-profile brainiac candy corn, shoving some nerds in the inside of it. That's smart man's food right there.
Insulin shock.
He might recover. If he doesn't, we'll find an EpiPen.
We love you guys.
Have a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday. It's like sugar is the only thing my mouth's ever known. That's good.